Katua. My name is Manoj Asrani, and I'm doing my master's in. Actually, I finished now. My master's in applied management in Otago, and this is like I'll be presenting my work, my research study on increasing sustainability in Auckland road construction using plastic waste. The main idea is, why did I choose Auckland? Because Auckland is one of the largest international cities, and it needs infrastructural development. And recognizing this need, even there has been an Auckland Transport Alignment Program for the next 10 years, that is 2021 to 2031, and it has been allocated $37 billion. So I think that's fairly a large amount, where for infrastructure development, where this research can be very useful. So my research aim was to explore the use of plastic waste in Auckland road construction and achieve higher company for the infrastructural companies, and to reduce plastic pollution which Auckland is facing. The Auckland pollution is almost set to double in the next 10 years. So that was one thing that was there in my head, like how we can put two negatives, to get it to a positive. So that was one of my thought which I had in my head while taking up the research. The objectives are to increase sustainability in roading companies and achieve an innovative solution for consumption of plastic waste. When I started thinking about this, on the concepts of sustainability, it led me to these three questions: that how can the use of plastic waste in Auckland road construction improve economic sustainability? How can the use of plastic waste, uh, how can it improve the quality of road construction, and how can the use of plastic waste, how can it help environmental sustainability? For the literature review, I read articles which are relating to the current roading practices in Auckland, the challenges that Auckland roading construction companies face, the role of Auckland Council, what the Auckland is actually going ahead. That's where particularly we come across with this, with the uh, with the alignment program of 2021, and then according to the principles of New Zealand Transport Association, like how they are correlating and combining with each other to push forward the infrastructural development. What plastic pollution Auckland is facing. What was very interesting was that how other countries are using plastic waste, and in different methods, and what are the benefits of using plastic waste. Where I found a gap, that Auckland roading companies, they are not using plastic waste. Here's my methodology. I conducted a primary research where the data was collected uh, from using the snowballing technique by conducting 12 semi-structured interviews. The mainly interviewed I interviewed managers from waste management companies and roading practitioners, technical personnel who were there, and also academic experts who put in different kind of input to complete and the whole idea of plastic waste in roading construction. And the analysis, I used a thematic analysis for the data. What For my literature review, what I found was that higher levels of plastic waste can be used using different methods and process and technologies. It saves it saves natural bitumen, and improves the fatigue life of roads, and is eco-friendly. The main findings are that the what I got from was that it definitely increases economic sustainability. Although the respondents gave different reasons why the sustainability increased, it definitely the environmental sustainability improves. but most importantly was that the all the respondents, they wanted to have a cautionary approach regarding social sustainability, considering considering the use from an Auckland perspective. Along with that was very the what an interesting finding I got was the role of Auckland Council. When I started my research, I was primarily focusing on the industry, on the companies, infrastructure companies. But during as my research continued, the dominance of Auckland Council came into play. So that that made a significant impact on my report, which I have written in my report. My research has been limited to Auckland, and it is, and there's a recommendation to study similar for some similar practices in New Zealand, in other places in New Zealand. Uh, in conclusion, what I would like to say is the companies will definitely profit, and they will achieve higher sustainability. New technology and process systems and options are available to reduce the social sustainability concerns which were brought about by the respondents. My recommendations are that the council should get proactive because they have known that this problem is existing since a long time. We have already seen it being used in New Zealand, in Christchurch Airport, as well as in New Plymouth. So my only question is that why is Auckland still not, why are they still not going ahead and using plastic in road construction? So using plastic in road constructions, it'll definitely benefit Auckland. Just as the earlier presentation, we can see that it leads us to the steps of New Zealand 2030 sustainable target goal, especially the good health, well-being, what we see on the social perspective, and the climate action, as well as below water, the sustainable goal 14. So basically it leads to a win-win situation for everybody. And I would just hope that my research, it helps, it calls for the council to use plastic waste in roading. And I hope my research helps, as a valuable contribution for the same. Thank you so much.